Every day, we open packages without thinking about the box that brought it to us. But behind every delivery, every grocery shelf, every pizza box, there's one silent workhorse: cardboard. And what's even more surprising, every single minute, factories around the world recycle mountains of it, turning old, used, worn-out boxes into clean, new packaging, over and over again. But how does that happen? Let's step inside one of the world's most efficient recycling systems, where paper meets engineering and yesterday's waste becomes tomorrow's collection. Where the cycle begins. The recycling journey starts long before anything reaches the factory. After use, cardboard is collected from homes, offices, warehouses, grocery stores, shopping malls, schools, and shipping centers. It arrives in many forms: shipping boxes, cereal cartons, packaging from electronics, and even old pizza boxes. Some of this cardboard is placed in curbside recycling bins by individuals. Some is gathered in bulk by large retailers and manufacturers. In urban centers, trucks move through neighborhoods daily, collecting tons of recyclable material and delivering it to local material recovery facilities, or MRFs. Once it arrives at the MRF, the sorting begins. Workers and machines separate cardboard from other recyclables like plastics, aluminum, and general waste. Contaminated cardboard, the kind soaked with grease or stained with food, is sorted out and sent to the landfill. But clean, dry cardboard? That's gold. It's compressed into massive, dense bales. Each bale can weigh between 1,000 and 1,500 pounds. These bales are stacked, loaded onto trucks, and shipped to specialized cardboard recycling mills, the places where the real transformation begins. 2. Breaking it down, from boxes to pulp. At the recycling mill, each truck unloads its cargo of compressed cardboard bales. These bales are stored briefly before being moved onto conveyors that carry them into the heart of the operation: the pulper. The pulper is essentially a giant industrial blender. It holds thousands of gallons of warm water. Inside, rotating blades shred the cardboard into fibers. As the blades spin, the water begins to break down the starch-based adhesives and the paper layers. The fluted center of corrugated cardboard, the wavy structure that gives it strength, dissolves into the mixture. The result? A thick, grayish slurry known as pulp. This pulp is the raw material for new cardboard, but before it's usable, it needs to be cleaned. Because old cardboard still contains plenty of things we don't want in new packaging, like plastic tape, staples, wax coatings, and ink. 3. Purifying the fiber. The cleaning process is crucial. This is where pulp turns from raw slurry into a usable material. The pulp flows through several cleaning systems, each with a specific job. First, large contaminants like tape, labels, and stringy materials are filtered out by rotating screens. Next, powerful magnets extract any metal. Staples, paper clips, or stray wires. Some factories use a technique called centrifugal cleaning. Here the slurry is spun rapidly in a cylinder. Heavier materials like grit and glass are flung to the sides and removed, while the lighter, clean fiber stays in the center. Another key step is flotation. Air bubbles are injected into the pulp, lifting ink particles and dyes to the surface where they're skimmed away. This process leaves behind a cleaner, lighter pulp. Finally, the slurry is thickened. Water is removed to form a dense paste, the perfect base for creating strong, reliable cardboard once again. 4. Refining. Strength in the details. Now that the pulp is clean, it's analyzed for quality. Not all recycled fiber is strong enough on its own. Technicians measure fiber length and flexibility using optical sensors and lab tests. Short or damaged fibers may weaken the final product, so in many mills this recycled pulp is blended with a small amount of virgin fiber, fresh wood pulp, to improve durability. Depending on what kind of cardboard is being made, lightweight packaging or heavy-duty shipping boxes, the blend is adjusted for strength, color, and moisture resistance. This refining step ensures that the final cardboard will meet specific industry standards, whether it's for shipping electronics, wrapping food products, or storing warehouse inventory. 5. Rolling it out, making new cardboard. Next comes the most visually stunning part of the process, turning pulp into paper. The fiber mixture is sprayed onto a wide, fast-moving mesh belt. This is called a fourdrinier machine, and it's the heart of paper making. Water drains through the mesh while the fibers stay on top, forming a wet sheet. This sheet moves through a series of felt rollers that press out moisture, followed by heated cylinders that dry it completely. It travels hundreds of feet, gradually transforming into strong, dry paper. To make corrugated cardboard, this paper is then shaped into 3 parts. 2 flat liners, 1 inner fluted sheet. These are glued together by high-speed machines running at over 500 feet per minute. The resulting board is cooled, stacked, trimmed, and rolled into giant spools, each one weighing several tons. From start to finish, this process runs 24 hours a day, producing thousands of square meters of cardboard every minute. 6. Shipping out. A new life begins. Once cooled and cut, the cardboard sheets are ready for delivery. They're stacked on pallets, wrapped, labeled, and loaded onto trucks. From here, they go to box makers and packaging manufacturers. Some turn them into shipping boxes. Others create colorful cereal boxes, beverage containers, or moving supplies. And the cycle continues. That same cardboard may end up protecting your new phone, storing your groceries, or becoming a school project. In just a few days, what was once a crumpled old box is now ready for a brand new purpose. 7. Why it matters. Sustainability at scale recycling cardboard isn't just about reducing waste. It's about protecting resources, cutting pollution, and building a more sustainable future. Cardboard can be recycled up to 7 times before the fibers become too short. That means one box could live many different lives, helping us reduce the need for raw wood pulp. For every ton of cardboard recycled, we save 17 trees, over 2,600 liters of water, nearly 400 kilowatt hours of energy, and 9 cubic yards of landfill space. That's why countries around the world are investing in better recycling infrastructure, and why cardboard is one of the most successfully recycled materials on the planet. 8. Future. Smarter, cleaner, faster. As the world shifts towards sustainability, the recycling industry is evolving fast. Modern facilities now use robotics and artificial intelligence to sort and monitor fiber quality. Advanced scanners detect contamination. Self-cleaning machines reduce downtime. Even the trucks that transport materials are moving toward electric power. Meanwhile, packaging companies are designing products that are easier to recycle, with less ink, fewer mixed materials, and biodegradable glues. In some cities, recycled cardboard makes up more than 80% of the boxes used. In others, closed-loop systems ensure boxes go from production to consumer and back again within days. The future is efficient, circular, and scalable. Cardboard may seem ordinary, but in reality, it's one of the quiet champions of sustainability. It moves our goods, it stores our food, it protects our products. And thanks to recycling, it does it all over again. And again. And again. So the next time you open a package, remember, that box isn't the end of something, it's the beginning of something else. All it needs is a chance to be recycled.